Can I make German bread in a bread machine? Have you ever craved the hearty goodness of German bread but thought it was too complicated to make at home? Well, I have great news for you. Making German bread in a bread machine is not only possible, but it can also be a fun and convenient way to enjoy this delicious treat right in your kitchen. German bread is famous for its rich flavors and wholesome ingredients, often featuring rye flour, caraway seeds, and sometimes even molasses or cocoa powder. Let's break down how you can create these delightful breads using your bread machine. First, understanding the basics of a bread machine is essential. This handy appliance automates the entire bread-making process. It mixes, kneads, rises, and bakes the dough, making it easy to produce fresh bread without the usual labor. When it comes to German bread, there are several types you can try. For instance, rye bread known as Roggenbrot is a classic. To make this in a bread machine, you will need rye flour, bread flour, molasses, caraway seeds, and yeast. Another option is pumpernickel bread, which is darker and denser. This bread often includes cocoa powder and molasses for a unique flavor. You can also make this in your bread machine by adjusting the ingredients to fit the recipe. Farmer's bread is another variety, though it is less common in bread machines. You can adapt it by using a mix of bread flour or whole wheat flour, yeast, and sometimes buttermilk or whey for moisture. Now let's talk about practical applications. When using a bread machine, it is important to adjust the ingredient quantities based on the machine's capacity. For example, if your machine has a 1.5 pound or 2 pound loaf setting, you will need to modify the amounts of flour and liquid accordingly. Here are some tips for success. Always make sure your ingredients are at room temperature and check that your yeast is fresh. Additionally, refer to your machine's manual for specific settings for different types of bread. In the context of a German bread baking class, using a bread machine can be a fantastic way to introduce beginners to the art of making German bread. It allows participants to focus on the flavors and ingredients while the machine takes care of the hard work. However, if you want to experience the traditional method, hands-on kneading and baking can provide a deeper appreciation for the craft. So yes, you can absolutely make German bread in a bread machine. With the right ingredients and a little practice, you will be enjoying the delightful flavors of Germany in no time.